This is a continuation of 4.7, Law of Cosines. I asked you to complete examples 2, 3, and 4 on your own, and now we'll go through a short explanation. Example 2 says side, 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 start with the largest side and angle. So find the measure of angles A, B, and C. Given side lengths A is 14, B is 20, and C is 30. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a picture. Okay. I have the following information, my 3 sides. That's the information I have. Okay, when I have side, 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 I have to use law of cosine. Okay, so I'm going to pick a side, a formula, a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of a. Okay, and I'm going to plug in what I know. I know A is 14, I know B is 20, and I know C is 30. So we plug that in, and then we start calculating using order of operations. So we take care of exponents first, 14 squared, 20 squared, and 30 squared. And I also multiply -2 times 20 times 30. Solving our equation, I then subtract 400 and 900 from both sides. And we get -1,104 equals -1,200 times cosine of A. We divide both sides by -1,200 and then take cosine inverse of that ratio, and we get angle A to equal 23 degrees. Okay. That's where we put in the 23 degrees. Okay, next. I'm going to use c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of c to find angle C. Okay. Plug in what I know. C is 30, A is 14, and B is 20. Calculate exponents first, so 30 squared, 14 squared, and 20 squared. And I also need to multiply -2 times 14 times 20. To solve for angle C, I subtract 196 and 400 from both sides. So I get 304 equals -560 cosine C. I divide both sides by -560. So I take 304 divided by -560 and then take the inverse cosine of that value, and angle C is 123 degrees. I know all 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180. So I take 180 minus the sum of 23 and 123, and angle B is 34 degrees. Okay, moving on. Let's take a look at example 3. In example 3, it says a group of friends who are on a camping trip decide to go for a hike. According to the map shown, what is the angle that is formed by the 2 trails that lead to the camp? Okay. First thing I did was I went ahead and I marked my angles A, B, and C. It doesn't matter which ones you mark A, B, and C, but I found that a little helpful. Now I'm trying to figure out the angle formed by the 2 trails that lead to camp. Well, here's camp, and here's the 2 trails that lead to camp, so I'm trying to find the measure of angle theta, which is angle B that I marked. So I used cosine, law of cosines, that was b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine B. Okay. A was 2, B is 1.5, and side C is 1. So we're going to plug those into the formula. Calculate exponents first. So 1.5 squared is 2.25, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, and I multiply -2 times 1 times 2 to get -4 cosine B. I subtract the 1 and the 4 from both sides, and then divide by -4. So I have 0.6875 equals cosine B. To find the measure of angle B, I take cosine inverse of 0.6875. 5. Okay, example 4 asks you to find the area of a triangle given side, side, side. To find the area of a triangle given side, 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 we have Heron's formula. So if a triangle has side lengths A, B, and C, first thing we need to do is find the semi-perimeter. Semi is half, so we add up the 3 sides of the triangle, divide it by 2, and that's half the perimeter, or the semi-perimeter. Once we know the semi-perimeter, then we can find the area of the triangle by finding the product of the semi-perimeter and the difference between the side lengths and the semi-perimeter. Okay, taking the square root of that. So in example 4, says the distance as the crow flies from Chicago to St. Louis is 262 miles. From St. Louis to New Orleans is 599 miles. And from New Orleans to Chicago is 834 miles. So the first thing I did was draw a picture. Chicago to St. Louis to New Orleans, and New Orleans to Chicago. I knew the miles to each destination, which created a triangle with side, side, side. So what is the area of the triangular region having these 3 cities as vertices? First thing I need to do is find the semi-perimeter. So I add up all 3 sides and divide by 2, and I find the semi-perimeter to be 847. So I plug the information into the formula. I have my semi-perimeter, and then I have the difference between the semi-perimeter and each side length written as a product. I calculate what's inside the parentheses first, so I subtract the side length from the semi-perimeters, and then I take the product. I multiply those 3 values together and take the square root of that value. So the area is 40,800 miles squared. Okay, following your notes, you are going to complete a homework assignment from 4.7, all dealing with Law of Cosines or Heron's formula. So check Canvas to get your homework assignment out of the textbook, and make sure that you check all odd answers before coming to class. Good luck.